Welcome back there, Armchair Warriors. Tom here with episode number 1 of my Japanese campaign in Hearts of Iron 3 using the Black Ice modification version 12.0.3. Now, I'm sure people are sitting there going, wait a second, Tom, didn't you just do a Japanese campaign? Don't you want to do something different for a change here? And yeah, sure, I kind of toyed with the idea of like maybe running either a Russian campaign or even a British campaign, doing something just a little bit different in that regards. But like, no, the way the Japanese campaign went in the last series there's a lot of different things I would want to do to make some changes to see how these changes would interact with the gameplay and how much more different it would be. And two, while it wasn't a big deal, we did get hit by a couple bugs early on in the game, which I felt kind of impacted me a little bit. The bugs in particular I'm talking about are the one SNLF event that you get 5 SNLF units, and another event where you get a couple of frontline infantry units. We got a broken SNLF unit and a broken frontline infantry unit. It was just the headquarters unit that appeared and nothing else. So we essentially got charged for that unit in IC debt time. Plus also the resources, manpower that was needed to build those units. And because I went ahead and built those units myself, I got charged again for getting those particular units built up. Though granted, I didn't have to build a headquarters unit for either one, so saved a couple IC that way. Not a big deal, realistically speaking. It's not why things turned the way they did. But if I didn't have to do that, we could have had effectively a carrier group built in place for the IC that we spent building those 2 units. Because that was around 20 plus IC or something like that. I forget the exact amount, but it was substantial. So that definitely would have been a carrier group half of one that we could have had trotted out. Also, I know I did several things wrong. So let's talk about the bad and the good. The bad was we lost all our islands here. That's one reason why I was like, I'm going to wrap up the whole entire campaign, because we lost all our islands here to the United States coming in, because we could not take Wake Island here. This sucker, I feel it's got more than that coastal fort on there, but it was holding off my one Marine that I sent in, and unfortunately, I was sending in Marines piecemeal. So I'd sent one Marine in at the same time I sent a Marine to take Guam, and also the Marines that I sent to take the Philippines. The one Marine sat there forever, and eventually I had to pull them off because their organization got down to next to nothing. And then I took the Marine from Guam, sent them up to take out Wake, and the same thing happened to them. Their organization got churned down to next to nothing, and through it all, the U.S. forces were not getting terribly affected. The first attack, yes, they were. Their own organization was getting knocked down, but after the second attack that I did, not too much of an effect there. And then I think I even brought in a couple more Marines from the Philippines or something like that. I forget exactly what transpired. I know I had four groups of Marines, 8 Marines total attacking the Philippines, 1 in Guam, 1 in Wake. I think I took 2 more to attack the Philippines and had to immediately dash off on that, just because the U.S. naval presence was growing and growing around Wake. So, and I was losing carriers and ships galore left and right. So that was definitely one area that I should have focused more Marines initially on that attack on Wake, and then because from there you want to push rapidly to Midway, and then from there rapidly again to the Hawaiian Islands. If you spend too much time traveling eastward, the U.S. gets a good opportunity to build up their forces. Plus, there's also that initial, I think it's a bonsai event or something like that. Is it even in here? I know it comes to life once you begin the attack. It says Tora, I think. Well, no. Well, I mean, it does come to fruition from that. There's the operations, the attack at Pearl Harbor. there's something. There was like an event that happens that the United States is impaired for a little bit, for a few months, but after a period of time, they go back to normal. Already, I have to drink some water here. Goodness gracious, to start talking. So I didn't move swiftly enough in taking on Wake Island, and from there Midway and Hawaii. And one area there that definitely faltered in was I did not build sufficient Marines. Um, well, didn't build any Marines to be able to go ahead and do the eastward thrust there. I probably didn't need 8 Marines taking the Philippines. I probably could have just done like 2, 2, and 2, just done 6. And that way I could have had 3 Marines take on Wake. Once Guam's wrapped up, have 4 Marines take on Midway. Philippines are wrapped, I can pull Marines off the Philippines and then send them all to Hawaii. Good 10 Marines to Hawaii there to take on that. And in a quick enough fashion, you can outrun the United States' ability to do much against you. Once you got Hawaii and these islands here, things are a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about the United States coming back and doing what they did to me, which they took all these islands here, every single one of them, and there's just a matter of them coming up all through here. Truck, in retrospect, I think Truck would have been a little bit more of a difficult area for them to do much in, just because it does have a level 3 coastal fort, though I think this one has a level 1 coastal fort. So Qualahane has got a level 1 as well. Yeah, I'd lost these islands as well too. But yeah, Truck would have been a little bit more difficult row to hoe there. Road to hoe, just because the level 3 coastal fort and all the units that were dying here were ending up here. So there would have been a lot of units sitting here. It would not have been a fun time for the U.S. But I eventually they would have taken all the islands. They would have taken all the islands here, and then just the matter of them coming up. But again, that's because I feel I did not do builds or research correctly. Some key aspects there. Again, did not build my Marines quickly enough. I should have had, by the time war broke out in the United States, should have had about 15 or 16, at least 15 Marines available. So that way I could have had a whole bunch tasked to just handle the eastern attacks towards Hawaii. About 10 of them, 9 of them, and then half a dozen take on the Philippines and all this area. In other areas, I spent a lot of time, a lot of research in getting paratroopers, which that was just total silliness. I got a paratrooper, the paratrooper born headquarters. I spent some time here activating the paratroopers, and is it in here in infantry or I forget exactly where. I mean, it's operations here. Yeah, spending time in airborne unit training as well. So I mean, I spent at least four leadership alone just in getting that all researched. And speaking of two mountaineers, I spent time activating Marines, or well, I already have mountain warfare equipment. At least researching the mountain unit training. I got a couple there, and also got their headquarters. So I spent a couple on the headquarters. Got the initial first 2 levels for mountain HQ. That's 8 to 10 projects alone that I spent on airborne aspects there. The planes as well. I spent time getting these researched, researching the 4-engine transport plane. That's at least probably a dozen projects that I spent in researching things I ended up not being able to build. Wouldn't have not even been able to build anything until 1943, when it would have been too late to even use it. So either I need to push forward with that kind of stuff earlier, so that way it's available in early 1942 for me to use, or, and this is what I'm going to do in this particular campaign, not even worry about researching that and building that. Put my focus into other areas that can certainly be used. I feel I did pretty well with my naval forces research-wise. that those dozen research projects from the last campaign that I won't do in this campaign, I can put again, further into naval forces, get a little bit further along, air forces as well, just get a little bit further along. That's another area too. Fighter bombers. I spent so much time here researching fighter bomber prototypes and in air. Well, I guess. Yeah, I thought there was a fighter bomber. It's nah. I guess it was just in the prototypes, just getting the fighter bombers. I don't need them, quite honestly. The difference in if you look between a fighter bomber and say like an interceptor, the fighter bomber um, has good soft attack, but it's not as good as close. It's not as good as close air support. It has good air attack, but not as good as interceptor. So a fighter bomber is like the worst of both worlds. I don't know. It's a good in between, if you will, between the close air support and the interceptor. So what I'm going to end up doing here is, again, that's something I'm not going to bother researching further into. So that's more research projects that I can spend instead. I'm going to convert the fighter bombers I do have, and I have 2 wings of these planes. I'm going to convert 1 wing into interceptor and 1 wing into a close air support. That way, I get better of both of those 2 worlds there. Not to mention, too, I think the range. Well, okay, so I guess fighter bombers are equivalent to interceptors. Close air support have shorter range, so yeah. But anyway, fighter bombers aren't better when it comes to anti-air capabilities like interceptors are, and they're not better than close air assault, close air support when it comes to soft and hard ground attacks. So it's like I might as well just focus on one and the other. If I'm playing Germany, sure, I'll have fighter bombers because I usually what I do is I attach 1 fighter bomber to a wing of close air support. So that way the fighter bomber can kind of act as a little bit of a good defensive unit for the close air assault. If there are any enemy interceptors come up, at the very least, that 45 anti-air attack does help out a little bit. Um, Pretty good air defense as well too, compared to what the close air support has. But as Japan, and I said in my last campaign, and I'll say over and over again until I'm blue in the face, Japan has so many things that they need and I want, but I don't have the resources to get them all. Speaking of those resources, so I kind of spent a lot of time in nurturing my relationship with Manchuko. Um, and I know I talked about how this annex Manchuko is right on the right on the forefront there, and it kind of bothered me because it was always sitting there. I didn't want to accept it and then turn around and repuppet them because I felt that was kind of a cheesy thing to do. Testing it, I found out that you would get a whole bunch of units, so you could sit there, annex Manchuko, get those freebie units, and then repuppet Manchuko and still keep those units. Well, this campaign, and I've done a little bit of testing for the first year and a half or so, just to kind of have an idea of what I'm going to be doing, what it looks like. I'm just going to outright annex Manchuko. Going to go ahead and take it. It'll boost my IC to some pretty good levels. It will also provide me with those freebie units, which will be very helpful. It'll be enough units to that I can tie down. I can get all the areas I need tied down here in Manchuria, and still have units, a good 2 dozen units or so that I'll be able to bring into China and be able to use them in anti-partisan duties. So I do have an idea in that regards with annexing Manchuko, being able to gain the resource benefits. I see the actual resources alone that this area produces, and there's a little bit like here. They have a lot of industry. There's a lot of potential resources all throughout here. Um, Quite a bit of IC is available too. So it's like I have to take it. I have to go for it, and just go with that route, and then just use those units to help protect Manchuria from any bandits running around, but also use the excess in the conquered territories as I move through China, where previously I was just basically leaving behind headquarter units, cav units, things of that kind of nature. I'll still have cav units, but it'll be whatever Manchuko gives me here. Menjiang I will still activate because I noticed in my play testing, uh, I think Menjiang only gets like one IC or something like that, and almost no resources to speak of. Some coal, I think, some energy. So the loss of Menjiang isn't all that great. It's a little drip in the bucket. The gain of Manchuko, so great that I might as well go ahead and take it. Menjiang, go ahead and let them have it. And also Menjiang, that's my first puppet. That'll be my first puppet available to me. When I go attack throughout China, I'll do what I did last time, but I did a little bit too late. Is with Zibi-San Ma, I'll go ahead and puppet them once they are conquered. And I could probably do the same. Um, Probably do the same with Shaanxi and the PROC, perhaps. But I do think, if I remember correctly, as I conquer Shaanxi and PROC, those areas, or a lot of those areas, like you can see the border here, the regional border here, this all gets sent over to Menjiang. So I may just not even worry about it. Just go ahead and provide Menjiang with that territory that I conquer, and just give the ROC the rest of the territory as I conquer it too. Well, on that note, I really did enjoy having the ROC's industry working for me because we got way up there, almost like 500 or so IC. I think this time around too, we're going to do the same thing. Well, when we go ahead and conquer it, we're just going to do an all-out conquer. Just take the whole entire enchilada, keep it, and then go and take the freebie attack in Tibet when that's provided to me as well. Should be an option to go ahead and do that. If not, I'll go ahead and just manually do the declaration of war. I think it takes like a day for it to pop up. But if it doesn't pop up after a couple days, then I'll just do the manual declaration of war in Tibet and do the same thing as with Xinjiang. If the same thing doesn't happen again like last game, where Xinjiang just went ahead and joined the communists. Research-wise, like I said, there'll be select research. We're just not going to worry about like the fighter bombers. We're not going to worry about anything to do with here, including transport planes. In fact, we're gonna take the paratroopers when they come, and I'm going to split them and put them into the specialized light infantry units. Just throw in a paratrooper unit here, and do the same for what I think I have another. Yeah, I've got several. Throw another paratrooper into here, just as like an extra bit of 3,000 extra manpower is what it boils down to. But some group that's fairly good at soft attacks. Give these guys a little bit more backbone to be able to use the units a little more effectively. Hopefully we don't have the strangeness, the weirdness that we had last time. Whereas people remember, Germany took Austria, and I guess the Sudetenland, but then Czechoslovakia said no on the give me that, and Germany had to declare in Czechoslovakia, and then it traveled into Romania because I guess Romania was giving Czechoslovakia some guarantees, and then also Yugoslavia because again Yugoslavia was giving Romania some guarantees too, or vice versa. Yeah, all the weirdness that happened in this area. Just we'll see what happens this game. It should be very interesting. My thrust will still be the same here. Just going to deal with the Chinese. Keep going with war in China, Tibet, Xinjiang as I can, and then we'll go ahead and with Pearl Harbor, we're going to go ahead and attack the United States. Run rampant, be more forceful in the eastward push toward the Hawaiian Islands, and also be a little bit more ready for the maneuvers here in the Java Sea area. I the play testing that I've done for this new campaign kind of had time. I do think things will go a little bit better. especially now I'm kind of a little bit more in tune with this version, 12.0.3. I had been playing quite a while anyway in version 11, so there's not real any big changes in this one other than some select things. But I just want to make sure with my playtesting that I was running as well as I would hope to. Let's get this started. There we go. Now we can see our, oops. There we go. Now we can see our rivers all over the place. Okay, first things first. We're going to run down everything here. Yeah, we're going to go with the Annex Manchuko introduction, start. Also, I'm going to wimp out. Last time I did hard all around, did very hard for my Axis brethren. The game is, I'm sorry, the modification, Black Ice itself, is set and tested thoroughly against a normal level all around. So if you try to push things a little bit harder towards GrowFaz even, or all the way down to as easy as possible, that you could possibly go, that's when things can get kind of wonky, I feel. So for this campaign, we're going to go normal pretty much all around here. Normal for myself. We're going to go normal for the Chinese. We are going to go hard for Italy because otherwise, and Germany, because otherwise there'll be some complications. The Russian AI, even on normal, tends to be a bit too hard for the Axis AI if they're on normal as well, and things go south pretty quickly there. So we're going to go with a hard Italy, a hard Germany, just to give them a little bit of a boost there. Going to go with normal allies, normal Soviets. Kind of the same thing with we did last time with the miners, AI allied miners, which you can see the affected countries here: Belgium, Netherlands, South Africa, Mexico, Greece. Put them on easy. For the Axis miners, well, we annex Manchuria, so that's not an option anymore, or going to be annexing Manchuria. Romania, Hungary, Bulgaria, Finland, Slovakia, Croatia, if either or both of those are created. National Spain, we'll throw on easy there as well. They won't have quite as much of a benefit. And this will be for everybody else. I want to say I should have looked at the China one. I didn't look too carefully at that. I don't know if the China one's strictly for the ROC or if it also includes all of these associated miners. So I'm not sure on that. But for the regular miners, I just go very easy, which would include Poland, etc. It just basically just makes things a little bit more realistic in that regards. Germany will have an easy time trouncing Poland, Denmark, Norway, etc. We're going to go disable. We're going to do the Japanese annexation of Manchuko. Nice picture there. I really like that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and just take them all. Take it all. Okay. So you see, we get all these units here, which is just extraordinarily awesome. We're going to just stop everybody's movement, unless you're moving, to there, for example. That's fine. We'll deal with everything else in just a moment there. Let's go to production real quick here. Let's get our consumer goods down. Let's also get our reinforcements down to 0, upgrades down to 0. That way you can max out all of our stuff here. I'll come back to production in a moment, just as when we need to here. Oh, that's another thing too. The islands. These were all taken so easily, even though I reinforced the island garrisons with some extra troops. Like, for example, this guy's only got a garrison detachment there. That's it. But this guy, yeah, you would think he'd do pretty well, right? Nope. The Allies ran roughshod all over all of these guys, even when I threw extra units all throughout to try to make them a little bit tougher. So one of the things we're going to do, Qualhain already has a coastal fort. I'm going to put on, for the major islands, Qualhain, Eniwetok, Truk, which I think Truk already has. Yeah, they already have. Those 3 main islands are all going to get level 3 coastal forts and level 10 beach defenses. Doesn't take long, doesn't take much to build beach defenses. They're pretty quick, pretty cheap. All other islands that have a port or airfield on them will all get one coastal fort and 5 beach defenses. That I think will help boost the overall defensive strength of whatever units are there. In addition to all that, once I get the event that says, hey, now you've got the ability to build uh, tropical island garrisons, I'm going to go ahead and build one tropical island garrison detachment per island, and then seed them all throughout here. So like this guy, I'll throw in that tropical island garrison detachment on here. It's just gonna be that brigade, that regiment, whatever. It's not gonna be, it's not gonna be like a full unit or anything like that. I think with the defenses and everybody having that tropical island garrison detachment, along with like this guy for example, I'll still be seeding, giving him a anti-tank, anti-air, artillery. You know, just beef them up, beef all these guys up a little bit further with the freebie, quote unquote, freebie units that I get later on, as well as whatever we start with here. There's a whole bunch of stuff here that we can snag and send down to the islands eventually. But I think that will help stave off any sort of allied U.S. invasion. Speaking of invasions too, I definitely had a problem here. Something I should have looked at. This is the distance between islands here. Yeah, the Eniwetok, which I guess we could go. Well, yeah, I guess it's from the island. Eniwetok to Wake is under 600 kilometers. That's well within the range at that time of a medium bomber. Right now, I don't think my medium bombers have that range, honestly. What is our range of the medium bombers? Yeah, 345. So they're not there yet, but they'll eventually get there. Anyway, I should have had my medium bombers here in Wintok and should have been bombing the infrastructure or the infrastructure. What is the bombing, or is it the logistics? Yeah. Installation strike. That's what I'm thinking of right there. Oh, maybe it's not this with low AI protection. Okay, so is it this infrastructure? Runway creating. Oh, I thought there was an option I have. Maybe it is. Well, maybe it's just strictly ground attack. Um, in any event, should have had medium bombers. Suddenly, and we talk here, bombing Wake Island. That would have helped immensely in wearing down the ground units on here on Wake Island, and provide me the opportunity to kill those guys that much quicker. So, yeah, definitely some changes, lessons learned, going through my sheet on what exactly I'm going to be doing different here. That's among the many things. Let's get our tech worked up here. We're going to put in, let's start off with 1.0 in spies. We just need 0.0, we just need every 100 days getting one diplomatic DI. Diplomatic influence is all we need. So every year I'm getting 3 DI. We're not really spending that much DI to begin with, at least not terribly a lot. Same as before, the very first year focusing mainly on nation to help build overall our economy or infrastructure. Secondary will be land forces and the doctrines associated with that. Just because that's what we're going to be doing for the first 3 years, at least 4 almost, of the game is just strictly ground attacks. And then air forces and naval forces will follow after that. That's for the first year. We'll make some changes, as time goes on. So first off, let's just make sure we're getting as much leadership IC as possible. Again, more leadership. Manpower would be nice as well, but leadership all around. Repair rate, we could definitely use medicine as well when you start boosting up in there. Let's go ahead and get our supply production built up there. That's an additional 80%. It's going to go up here. Well, no, it's not. Because, yeah, this is level 4 we're going for. So probably additional 5%. That's probably, I don't know what that's at. In any event, yeah, it'll be additional, a decent enough percentage that it'll help us out. We don't need to worry about those just yet. Let's look here. Nothing there just yet. Construction industry, industrial zone, airport capabilities. We need to boost all that kind of stuff. Infantry, garrison deployment capability. We need to boost that because that lowers the weight of all of our garrisons. Not immediately, of course. We have to upgrade our units. So currently we're spending, as you saw, nothing for upgrades. We'll change that, but for the first year, I don't need to worry about upgrades yet. We need to worry about making builds and stuff like that to get ready for China next year. Will be all those changes. But this we want to learn right away, just that way. Once it's time to start kicking into the upgrades, this is already taken care of for us. And then I think we're going to prototypes, so we can get our plane stuff working here. Bump that up to 17. And grand battle. Oh, oh yes, need radar and radios. Radios, I said. There we go. And one more, going up to 20. Grand battle. We're going to go ahead and go into central planning. This is our bread and butter, the Grand Battle Plan. This is what the Japanese Army uses. If you look at the others, they're not set for Blitzkrieg, of course. They're not set for the Deep Battle Doctrine, though we can learn a couple things in here. And we're definitely not set for superior firepower, though we do get superior. We don't get superior strength. We get there's a few things here that immediately get boosted with an event, which we'll accept. So that'll be what we'll go for there. Grand Battle Plan. So we're at 20, maxed out. Let's just go ahead and take everything else here that we can. We're not going to go ahead in time with any research. There we go. So we have a deficit of 10, if you will. There's 10 extra projects we're waiting to work on. But again, with our changes that we're making here, we're working on fighter bomber prototypes. We're not going to worry about anything here in the 4-engine aircraft category. We're not going to be worrying about paratroopers. We're not going to be worrying about several things. So that'll free up the leadership we need to get all our stuff learned that we desperately need. In here, we're just going to drop this down to a 3 months draft. So we get increased IC for right now. There's no changes here I think we need to make. Everything is good. That's what needs to be. We're keeping Hiraga in place because he gives as we learned, he gives a whole slew of freebie points all up and down the board for our escorts, cruisers, and capital ships. After a period of time, we will replace him with Fukuda so we can start boosting our aircraft carrier tech. And we may even take a turn with Jiro so we get some light aircraft. Though, if I remember last campaign, I was not terribly happy with what Jiro was giving. So we probably won't do that. I think there's some things that he does give that's like cool. But it's, some things in here that's like a one-off kind of type deal where I'm trying to remember what exactly, like the large caliber machine guns I think he gives, but it's like, it's a one and done type deal anyway. Yeah. Everything else we'll just leave alone as is. I don't think we want to change that just yet. The only thing I would do is change it to this here, to Shiro, but we'll take the. Actually, you know what? Yeah, nothing here is good for a political specialist. The Ruthless Monster, I don't want to do that necessarily. So yeah, let's go ahead and select here. Get him done. Intelligence. So we're going to boost up our counter-espionage. We're going to raise national unity a bit. A couple areas we're going to be working in here. Germany, we're going to try to get some tech espionage. United Kingdom, we're going to do the same thing there. North America, we're going to do the same thing there. Um, common turn, we're not going to do anything here, but the spies that we do have available, we're going to disrupt their national unity. So at least those spies are doing something. And then Asia. So going top to bottom here, we kind of do. I need some military espionage up and down the board. I need to figure out, find out what the enemies, future enemies, are doing. So we're going to be throwing a lot of spies into here, and yeah, it may seem like a waste of our leadership, but it definitely will be helpful to figure out what exactly um, these guys are up to. Yunnan. So that's Gungsi Click, PROC, ROC, Shaanxi, Zibsema, Yunnan. It feels like it's one shy than what it needs to be, but nope, that is exactly how many and who should be there. All right, so that's that intelligence. Next thing we're going to do, it's kind of going to go on to the theater map here, but we're going to disengage from Dalanai. We're going to go ahead and create the Truck Island Pacific headquarters. We're going to go ahead and edit the theater. It's basically everything here. Yes. So that way they've got their own theater to worry about. Dalanai's got its own theater. Kwangtung's got its own theater, which will include China. And then, as you remember, we'll be creating a new fourth theater in Southeast Asia, which will have its own theater to worry about. So we're all set there. All right, let's press forward by a day or an hour, not by a day. We're not going that quickly here. Okay. So we've got some enemies to worry about. There, we'll do that. Actually, only these two guys will come down to here. I think that I do utilize these guys as well. 5, 6, yeah. So, with the exception of him, also come there like so. And then when you're done, come out there too. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to do. Anyway, back to diplomacy. Annual espionage focus, yes. Boom. Clicking on everything here because we're doing all this stuff. Hit enter and all that stuff there. Player backstory sounds good. We had a scientist mother that gives us some research efficiency, so we're hurting for leadership. Might as well get stuff researched quicker. Our father, he was an adventurous sailor because I want that naval organization. And I became, there we go. Love to daydream and build things because we don't or is that leadership modifier? Oh, that is leadership modifier. I thought that was manpower. Ugh, that is such a tough. I should do this. Group in a very poor family to lower our supply consumption by 1%. If we consume 1,000 supply a day, which I'm just throwing a number out there, that means that'd be 10 less. It'd be 990 supply. But maybe we should just do the child apprentice because I don't want to minus 6% on my leadership. Okay, crude oil, energy, metal, rares for a hard and soft attack decrease. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. Famous industrialist for the IC. We don't care about losing so much manpower. And as a young adult, I became a Sailor Navy because we want that naval build time improvement there for sure. We're going to start off the first year with science investment. I was kind of 50-50 on this when I was doing some playthroughs, some testing on a new campaign just to kind of see what would the difference be in this year. Which, by the way, This is a result of 12.0.0, the new version it came out. It used to be, um, well, heck, it used to be you determine how many supplies you would give up, and that's how much money you made, and also a additional bonus percentage to your IC. So the more supplies you gave up, the more money and IC you gained out of that. Now it's just simply you lose 1,000 supplies, period. You gain 200 money, period. But depending upon what you choose, you either gain a bonus to money, a bonus to IC, or a bonus to leadership. All also as a negative, a flip side to that, you are losing supplies on each of these. This, I think, works much better. This allows you more of a targeted focus on what do you want. Do you want to make more money? Boom, banking investment. Do you want to make more stuff? Industry. Do you want to be able to make better stuff? Science investment. And I think I've kind of settled on I want to be here in the science investment, get that extra leadership modifier because we don't have much. We got a base of 33, so that extra 7% gives us two more points, two more research projects essentially, or in this case, two more points to put towards our officer ratio for the first year. And then after that, go to industry investment so we can get our, be able to build our stuff that we need to be building. So the first year, just go with the leadership and improve our overall officer ratio and be able to get stuff researched quicker too. Again, same as we did last campaign, even though this kind of ticks off Italy, doesn't matter. We're going to join, be friends with them down the road. We need the trained troops that will come back from this, as well as I think there's some research things that you get from this as well. I know you do for Germany. I know there's some stuff you get for that. Sure, activate trucks and light vehicles. We're going to go with our long-term investment. So that way we can go ahead and buy the Railway Tycoon. That gets us a boogie bonus points towards supply, um, transit, a couple other things like that. So long-term investment. And honestly, I've never really looked at anything else here. Um, I've always gone with economic spying because that gives us IC efficiency. But you know what? I I don't know if I did this last campaign or not, but I need to really focus in 1941. Once 1941 hits and boom, I get this, I need to go ahead and do naval intelligence. So I get that 1% naval organization. It's not +1 to their org, naval org. If you've got a ship that's got 200 and something org, it now has 2 points of org. So not much, yeah, sure, but it does certainly help. Um, the others here, I mean, we do need to increase our unity. What are we at? 69.988. Let's actually do that because that'll get us over 70, which I think will give us. Well, unity's at least 60. Unity's at least 60. It's neutrality. We need neutrality lowered. That lowers it by 0.02. That's not sufficient. Neutrality below 60. What is our neutrality currently? We're at 90%, so minus 0.02. That's like a drop in this bucket. No. So we don't need to increase our national unity. I don't think is there this. Well, we don't want to go up. Yeah, we don't need this here. Because currently our consumer goods are at minus 40%. That's where we are. Oh, we can do that. 69.41. We need to get off of full civilian economy. We need to go to basic mobilization or full mobilization, which means we need to drop our utility needs to drop quite a bit here. Neutrality needs to get below 80. Below 75 would be better. I think there's an event or two that comes up. There's something to do with Russia that will drop our neutrality by a bit. We got to drop it by 15 points at least. Anyway, so yeah, we don't need any of those down there. Naval will do down the road, but for right now, we'll go ahead and do economic spying for that icy efficiency. And let's take a look at our production here. A few areas we want to kind of, there are a few things, areas I want to build in first here. So we do want to increase some of our IC. We want to get a little bit more coal going here. Here we want to get a couple more points of coal and some more rares. Okay, good there. Here we'll increase industry, get some more coal going. I already looked there. Yeah, we need to get some more coal going here too, along with rares and metals. Here we'll go and get some more industry, get some more coal going there too, more metals, and I think we'll do the same here. Do some more there. We need a couple more rare coming out of here and a couple more coal coming out of here. Here, we're going to, I already have an oil rig, so that's not going to help too much. Yeah, base of 0.5. I can't spend enough to be able to get that up any further. We need to get some coal up here. And throughout here, I don't think there's much I do, if I remember correctly. I mean, we do want to build up our, oh yeah, we do coal here. We do want to build up our industry, certainly. But, oh yeah, we could put a coal in here for sure. But with the annexation of Manchuria, I think we already got that kind of well in hand. We got certainly plenty of extra industry. We don't want to be running rampant with industry. And I got to check these three. I got to check again down the road because we just annexed it and it's not liking what I did. Oh yes, that's a 0.5. So let's get some steel going here. They're good. Otherwise, we need to put an air base here. Let's put another steel there. And let's put a coal there. Okay, so I think that takes care of everything there. In here, we're building up this to a level 4, so we can get more supplies in. We're going with that same thinking. I need to make sure that my supplies are coming in and can be distributed. Infrastructure. So here we need to build this up by a couple points. It doesn't need to be up to 70, but it needs to at least be this level here. So these red areas, yeah, these red areas will definitely need to boost up a bit. Okay. So that is that, all up and down the board here. Excellent. And this all get built out pretty quickly. Let's let time advance a little bit further. Let's go ahead and save because we haven't done that just yet. We don't been here 48 minutes. I don't want the game crashing on me. It rarely does. I am playing a German campaign right now. I'm into April of 1941, and for the past not quite year, almost year, from April, May of 1940 through April 41, I have noticed a tendency that the game will crash if you're playing for a long period of time, like a couple months. In that time period, I've been dealing with France and the lowlands, Yugoslavia and Greece, so I've been constantly attacking and stuff. Time's moving kind of slowly, but I've been noticing that if I play and play and play, and like 2, 3, 4 months pass, do something kind of quirky, like hit the technology window and try to click on something too quickly, game crashes at that point. So I kind of have to like mentally tell myself, slow down, take it easy, and just kind of go from there. New day is dawning, mixed and motorized support choices. Let's get those going. Motorized support, we're not really doing much in the way of motorized, but let's go ahead and get our recon. Let's also work on our engineers. Also do artillery. And let's do anti-air. And done. Mech support, we'll definitely be using quite a bit of this. We'll do amphibious armor for starters. I really hope to get that this time around. Let's get recon. Third one here is engineers. And fourth one is artillery. And there's my guy. Okay, so let's go ahead and advance time a little bit further. While things are kind of moving around a little bit, let's get to our air power. Interceptor, we'll go and move there. Fighter bomber, bringing it back to Japan here because we're going to convert it. Light bomber, they can stay. Close air support, they can stay. Close air support again, close air support. So I got 3 close air support already. Fighter bomber, bringing those back as well. Naval bomber, flying boats, fly them over here to the naval bombers. Because again, I go with the 3 naval bombers and 1 flying boat for a little bit of extra benefit that it gives. This interceptor, so we'll end up having 3 interceptor wings and 4 close air assault wings is what's going to end up happening. Medium bomber is going to come out to here. Yeah. All right, so that's all of our air power. We'll let that go for right now. Looks like I've got to address my consumer goods a little bit. Have no fear. Watch our IC jump from 148 to whatever number it's going to be with the inclusion of everything from Manchuko that we get. I think it gets me to about almost 170 or something like that. So an extra 20, 25 IC, certainly worth it. Certainly worth it. And with that done now, let's go ahead and start moving our troops around a little bit. And in fact, on that note, let me double check. Yeah, I just want to make sure they don't have any units that have like weird makeups that are set up differently or something like that. Yeah, throw all those guys in there. Here's me. We're going to go ahead and strip out the headquarter and military police. This guy, he gets the extra anti-aircraft and engineer stripped out because you don't need those. This other garrison, he's fine. Tobu-gun, we need to strip out the anti-aircraft and engineers from here as well. He doesn't need them. And we can combine these 2 together. Just do a, not reorganize, but combine, merge. I don't think I can do that. Or I can, okay. Boom, there we go. Just throw this into one big group because they're going to be used to help feed into other units. Here, we're going to go ahead and pull off that leader. Yamashita, he's going to be used for something else. For a backbone of a new unit that will, they'll get built. They're good to go. Though honestly, this guy doesn't need the truck transport. Dalianel, we're good to go there. Okay. These 2 guys coming over like so. Ditto with him. Let's see. The 4th and Chubu-gun. I'll go over there. This guy, go up to Wajima. SNLF and him. Because he's just a regular, just a regular guy. We're going to go ahead and pull him up to there. So I still need a garrison unit No, they're at Nagoya, which we can probably use him. Alrighty, who we got here? All these guys come down there. He's gonna feed into there. All these guys. Start going there like so, and I think we can build up here. No, we can't. Okay. Let's see. Right, yes. And you can come over there like so, and you can come down to there like so. I don't need a guy here on this island because there's nothing there worthwhile. So we might as well pull him off and have him head down there. Artillery, that's fine. I just don't want garrison units with like I had on the one garrison guy that had an engineer riding around as well. It's like that's a waste. That is such a waste. Coastal subs, move those guys over. Torpedo boat, get the motor torpedo boat pulled off and brought over to here. And now since we're over here real quick, we'll take a look and see what needs to be done there. So you will come down there. You will come up there, and you're going to go over there, and you are going to come over to there. All right, so that's done there. We got more ships, I know. Light cruisers. One thing I noticed too, remember last campaign, I didn't get the HOI3 until like 1940 almost or something like that. This time around, it is done a lot quicker. Was the whichever the light carrier was. I actually, when war breaks out, I do have the third light carrier to put into this group here. So that's it. In my opinion, that is a huge improvement already. That gives me a full strength carrier group. Not that it's necessarily needed per se. It's not like, I was missing a light carrier unit. But just the fact that it's done that much quicker and is able to engage in the war in China certainly makes me feel much better. Speaking of engaging in the war in China as well, we are going to be making sure that our CAG units get involved in as much air shenanigans as they can. Yeah, Air Shenanigans is the name of my band in high school. But we're going to make sure that our CAG units actually get involved and are actually able to do something. Because I need them to get some experience before war breaks out with the United States. We need some very experienced CAG groups. Let's see here. There we go. We're all set there. Torpedo boat. I'll go there. I think that takes care of all those guys. Yeah, all those guys here. All right. So we'll send the passenger boats up there to pick up to the garrison units. The guys coming down here, well, this guy and this guy, we'll pick those guys up and I'll throw them on this island group here just to help tamp it down, keep it out of Russian influence. All right, looking over here now. Boom. Again, Nagoya is my capital ships and destroyers. Tokyo houses my carrier fleet, the carriers and their assorted light cruisers. Another thing I'm going to be doing as well too, a little bit different. I'm going to be um, upgrading ships. It can be argued that, and I think I may have made the argument last campaign, that it's just probably more efficient to um, outright build new ships, in that you're able then to get something modern. It takes more time, sure, more IC, but in the scope of things, it's better to have at least two ships than one. But I think I might go with the theory this time that it might be better to have one modern ship than one level one ship that's going to just end up getting sunk pretty quickly. I was rather distraught by the number. I mean, I lost like 4 or 5 dozen destroyers in the first week or two alone of war. So it's like, I need to make sure that my ships survive encounters a little bit better. Probably didn't help matters that I was not not careful with my fleets too when they got engaged. I just simply let them kind of go in and let the dice roll, see how well they turned out, kind of type deal. I think I need to make sure that going forward that we're not doing that again. Let's see here. Oh, I need to pull off that seaplane tender. Let's do just that. I need to come out here. This is my torpedo boat base right here. That's where I'm moving those seaplane tenders, extra seaplane tenders, because I'll have them attached to new torpedo boats as they're built. All right, so the Kaga and Akagi have all brand new light cruisers going with them, so that's all set there. This group here, I don't know. We'll wait and see with the rest. Okay, all my ships are moving. We're done at this point here. Let's just get stuff going. Our focus is going to be, for the very first year, natural resources. We are using light aircraft, diesel. So light aircraft, diesel, casts. Light aircraft, diesel, cast. So a little bit faster speed, quicker build time. Kind of sucks in hard attack, but that's for tanks. We don't really care about air intercept. Yeah. Our ship focus will be on Vickers non-cemented steel instead of the Krupp cemented steel, and open hangars. Our inter-service rivalry, we're going to favor the IJA this year because eventually we are going to be building a land force, I guess. My Marine unit for my hero guy, and the three motorized infantry battalions for our light armor to help boost them up a bit. Okay, we're good to go there. Nothing other we need to do here. Oh, money for supplies? No. We don't need to be buying supplies. Typically, I kind of let, for the first month or so, let the AI kind of run things in regards to my my trades, but no, we're not going to do that this time. Activate the unit. Good. We want a normal strat experience. We're going to defend the status quo. We want to keep Korea there. We're going to take over Manchuria. This is what I was talking about. We lose 10 neutralities. We're going to go from 90 to 80. So yay on that. We are going to, I think we're going to nationalize. Yeah, because we do militarize the Zaipatsus, probably. Zaipatsus. The consumer goods during peacetime is going to impact us for the next year and a half. It's not going to hurt us throughout wartime, but I think I want to nationalize them because I'd rather. I don't know. 6 months than the other. It only lasts for 18 months. Uh, the consumer goods during peacetime effect because we're going to go to war and be at war for the rest of the game. Consumer goods during wartime minus 2.5%. It's actually pretty dang good. But this will always be a minus 20% to money and minus 10% to resources. So double the loss in money and resources are being impacted too. So yeah, let's just do that. Type 95 long lance, yay. Personality effects, sure. Scripted invasions, yes. Excellent. Gives a veteran. So here's all of our boogie bonuses that we have here. Yeah, we annex Manchuria, of course. Our IC efficiency is down to negative 1%. That sucks. But getting some additional money, resources, national unity, organization, regain rate, IC efficiency, supply throughput. Nice stuff there. Let's pop up here. Yeah, we're going to bump up our consumer goods a bit. Not building a lot. We're up to 151. So actually, we didn't gain quite a bit. I thought we were going to get a lot more than that. Oh, here's all of our ships, by the way, which I need to kind of readjust here. The ones that are going to get done quicker need to get pushed to the forefront. The Zuiho, that's what I was trying to say. The Hayo comes later. But the Zuiho is like almost done and will be finished in time for war. Torpedo boats. Boops, 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 boops. There we go. And get our subs too. So that way the ones that are done quicker get pushed out faster. I wish there's a way I could click and drag rather than do this, but that just shows you how old this game is. This was the thinking for the UI, that this would be great to just be able to click. And I mean, it works. It works, sure. But I would rather click and drag. That is far more efficient than what I'm currently doing right now. I'm doing this right now, whoops, right away. So that way it's got the dates in here so I can tell which is coming out quicker. You can tell by the bar length as well, but some of these bars, some of these dates are so close that it's like, well, like here, the 11th and 13th, you couldn't really tell just looking at it, but I can tell by the date, yeah, the Kawakazi is going to get pushed out first. So I might as well move it. And moving these up closer to, once it comes time to start building on these, with them coming out quicker means that's IC getting freed up for other projects. All right, so we're good to go there. I'm going to go ahead and save real quick because now we've advanced through the day here. Now we're going to speed things up a little bit more too. The Greater East Co-Prosperity Sphere, and you can see, I think I didn't point this out last time, but in order to gain the additional levels in the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere and get all those boogie bonus points that come along with each level, and there's 4 total, 4 different phases of it, you need X number of puppets under your control. I think it starts with 3. Yeah, I think it's like 3, 4, 5, 6 or something like that, or maybe it's 2, 3, 4, 5. But in any event, these are the validations in regards to puppeting. So Korea, which we haven't puppeted, which I don't know, that's kind of a weird one. It seems to act like that Korea is puppeted, but I know it's not. I control it. So weird in that regards. Manchuko, which we've taken over. Menjiang, which I'm going to accept, and accept that Menjiang result here, which will be coming down the road. Just that way we don't have to worry about protecting that area. For starters, let Menjiang worry about it from any bandits. And like I said, it's only worth like 1 IC, so it doesn't really matter. Let them take it. Republic of China, Nanjing. This campaign, no. I'm going to hold all of China, just because I want all that luscious IC. I could. We'll look in 1942 if it'd be worth it for me to go ahead and puppet them, but I don't think it will. Siam, which we will indeed puppet. So that'll certainly be a second of our puppets that are available here. India, we certainly will be puppeting them. Burma, same thing, puppeting them. Indochina, which, no, I think we get full control of that. Indonesia and the Philippines. Philippines we're going to puppet. So come 1942, we'll have Menjiang, Siam, and the Philippines. So I'll have at least three. We'll have to work on Burma as a fourth and India as a fifth. I don't know. I mean, they're assuming they're saying this is Indochina, but I don't know. Anyway, that's what's down the road. To make things easier, of course, I would throw in Manchuko and the Republic of China, Nanjing, but you know what? Nah. Oh yeah, it says up to 5 nations, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 for the levels 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just to make sure that I'm not talking out of my ass here. Let me just make sure that is indeed what we are looking at here. Greater, yes, level 4. It says size is greater than 5, but no, it's just 5. So 2, 3, 4 for 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be Menjiang and Siam in 19. Well, I guess late 1941. Philippines will be a third, and that's in early 1942. And then should get Burma in 1942 for a fourth, and then India as a fifth. I could probably do Indochina as well as a puppet, but we'll see. We'll see. But okay, that's the plan. Historical buildup. Yes, we want access to Yamato and Musashi, which we never saw in our campaign. But that's because we didn't go far enough in. Creation of battle commanders, budget reserves. Need to be careful from now on. Sure, we do want revolts. We want to allow events. You can see going through 1944, our IC is going to take a little bit of a dip, but we'll get some organizational regain rate here. Also, recruitment also going to kind of go down a bit here, but that's so we can get all the Japanese units that you saw last time are going to come here, fully built this time since that's been fixed. Creation of battle commanders, great news. Here's my favorite guy. Look at all those beautiful boogie bonus points right there. I just love to see all that stuff. Some of the stuff like Hedgehog, and I think depth charge. There's a couple things here that are just a one and done. Is hydrophone? Oh no, depth charge is multiple. Okay, that's good. And hydrophone as well. Where's hedgehog? It's not here in cruisers. Maybe it's naval. It's got to be here because this is where the destroyer stuff is all at. And I don't see hedgehog. Hedgehog gain of 33. Anyway, boom. We will accept it because we certainly love that. We are a signatory, so we lose a point in descent. Oh, that reminds me. Well, yeah, we kind of need to keep this going the way that it is. I could have, for the last 5 days here, could have, gotten a bunch of descent, got a bunch of freebie builds throughout here, got 5 days worth of builds, but yeah, no big deal. Let's hit enter and all that stuff there, and we're gonna try to nationalize the private sector. Let's see if you get the bad nationalization or the good compensation. We got the neither. Yeah, I don't see nationalization on here. Oh yeah, there it is. Nationalization in private sector -5. Boo. So not getting as much money. That's right. We will. So we'll make 16 cents, but spend 1.1 on getting some metal. Which that's all right. We're working towards getting some of our resources that we need. Yeah. Oh, settle down there. Yay. Which reminds me here. So let's go ahead and get him there like so. Have him come down. I think everything else is staying up here. Oh, he's coming down as well. Gotta take a look and see what we have around here. Garrison. These guys are coming down as well. This time around, the militia are staying up here. They're not going to. I'm not going to have them. Not going to have them. Well, you know what? We got plenty. Yeah, let's go ahead and get them back involved again. They're actually fairly decent. They're decently built. All right. So let's have you then come out here like so. You will go. Yeah, you'll be there. All you guys will come out there like so. With the exception of you, all you guys will come down to here. All of you guys also come down to here. All of you guys will come down to here. And okay, yeah, you guys are coming over to there like that. All right, that takes care of all those guys. 19th. Start shifting troops around so I have a better idea of like, who's what and where. I think I had a garrison troop. Yes, this guy here. You're coming down to there. Militia, you'll come out to there. Garrison, you'll come up to there. Okay, so we need somebody to go there, which I think I'm going to do with this garrison. Send him around there, and then this guy, he's going to come up to there. All right, so we got some people moving around now. Yeah, good stuff. Let's save her again. It's only been a week, I know, but still. See how cautious I am overall with my saves, just to make sure, in case I have a crash. Not going to lose too much. We got here. No, I don't need to buy fuel. I'll sell energy. We'll buy metal from the United States. That's fine. There we go. So we're still green with money, making 26 bucks. I need to buy some rares, but not from Nicaragua. And not half a rare on top of that either. Oh, yeah, laws. We can switch from full civilian to basic mobilization. We'll be able to get to full mobilization here momentarily. Neutrality needs to be below 75, though, so yeah, so the nice thing with that is, well, okay, so we lose out on supplies, we lose out on money, but we gain leadership. because we're losing less in leadership, and we're gaining IC. We don't have to spend quite as much on our consumer goods, so that's where I think it's definitely worth it there. So checking consumer goods here, yes, indeedy, that's 40 points we can boost up there. I'm going to unleash those once we can start adjusting. I only need to be at 42 with this guy. Again, with supplies, I like to make sure my supplies are around 50,000. 50,000 I consider to be the perfect number. For each 10,000 below 50,000 supplies I've got, that's plus 10 IC I put in to what I need. So I'm 20,000 below 50,000. I put in plus 20 IC. I need 22.96. I'm going up to 42. For each 10,000 above 50,000, I'm dropping this by 5. So if I was at 60,000 supplies, I would drop this down to 17. I go 22, my need, minus 5. If I was at 100, I would drop this down to 0. So that's just Tommy math. That's, you do what you feel is best for you. For me, it's just very easy for me to say, all right, let's take a look and see, where I'm at with supplies. Oh, I'm so many thousands, tens of thousands below. That's how much more I need to put in supplies. I'm so many tens of thousands supplies above. That's how much supplies less that I need. That way I can help balance it to get it to 50,000. That way I'm not overspending on IC towards supplies. Okay, onward we go. And you're doing all right in leadership here. I'm in the green, but I think I might wait till I hit 100% before I drop that further. We don't need to buy fuel. Yeah, let's drop this down to 25. Because we did gain some, I forgot, we gained some points here in with basic mobilization. We gained 3 points, I think, in leadership here. So we'll leave our research down at 25 here, and we'll keep getting our officers. Once this gets to 100, then I'm going to boost this way up. I'll drop this down to I'll at least drop 10 of those points off. We probably need to get this up to 1.5. I mean, I hate to do this. I hate to spend so much on spies, but this time around, I really need to know what's going on. I had no clue with what the United States and everybody had. And I should have made adjustments earlier. Yeah, let's sell crude for money. That's fine. Shanghai incident. Yippers. We're protecting Shanghai as much as possible. Units. I'll have units appear there as much as I possibly can. Here's all of our strategic resources that we need. Let's boost that up a little bit. There we go. So we're doing okay on rare materials according to this here. But I ran, sure, for right now, that's going to take a lot of, that's another thing too I got to remember. Let's auto destroy or auto create supply convoys. We don't need to auto create those. So I need to do that myself. I don't need bajillion convoys popping up every single place I take, every single port I take, there's a supply convoy going in. I don't think we need to be doing that because that just simply dilutes my supply strength. Sure, time to prepare a budget. We need to focus. Let's stick to basic AA. The 226 incident, we're gained 5 dissent. Boo, but that's all right. Let's represent their size better. And here's what we're talking about. All these, you see all these increased gains of 90,000. That is here in this strength. So basically, there we go. Boom. All of these now got maxed out. We have energy available. Yes, deploy. Yes, want to deploy anti-air guns. Upgrade, sure. Pack artillery for my artillery specialization, only because I do have more units using artillery, yes, but I also have like specialized units like my Marines, and I think specialized light infantry that utilize pack artillery. So I'm gonna focus as my main one, I think overall, just to give them some boost there. Now we lost a whole bunch of tech, unfortunately, but this will come up soon. Let's bring this back up to 1.5 for now. Huge, yeah, you saw we were in the green, and also now we're in the yellow, and you're like, why? This is because why? All of these maxed out now mean that we have a greater need for officers than ever before. Go with artillery focus. Yes. We'll leave this alone the way that's at. Oh, my planes that came back here. All right. So we're going to go with close air, close air, close air, and you are going to go with interceptor. Again, freeing up a research area that I don't necessarily need, and focusing on one of two specializations, anti-air and anti-ground. Kind of silly to say anti-ground, but you know what I mean in that regards. The close air assault. Siam, sure, we'll buy from you. Zibisan Ma, we don't need to buy supplies. No. I really hate when like I'm offered. It's like I don't need to buy supplies. Get away. So we can go to full mobilization now, which I shall. Our neutrality just dipped below, so we'll get an increase in IC. We're going to lose a ton of money, unfortunately. Yeah, can't be helped, but we're going to gain some. We're going to gain 10% IC, and IC that we're already spending towards towards consumer goods. We're going to free that up, and we're also going to recruit more officers. Win-wins all around, I say. I would like to get to mixed industry as well sooner than later, but yeah, we're fine at this point. I want to drop this down a bit further here. So we're good. We're up to 175. That's where I thought That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. 170 something. This is wise because of all the changes in laws and whatnot get me up to that amount. Well, let's see here. Let's do that and then send you down like so. Oh, look, they're traveling. The ROC is traveling around. There's their 2 light cruisers, 2 torpedo boats. They're shifting around. I guess we do need quite a bit of. Well, not from Spanish Republic. I don't want to buy from the PROC. Sure, we'll buy metal from Australia. Let's say no, because I'm not making that much money here. Shanxi. Sure, we'll do that for a little bit, but I'll change that out here momentarily. No and no. Okay. So cav unit here. Let's actually send you down there. Let's have you come down to here and you come over to here like so. Yep, there you go. Let's do like that. There we go. Okay, let's have you come out there like so. Basically just spreading my forces around enough so that way we can, when tasked to do so, knock down any brigands that are running around the place. The interesting thing is these Manchurian cavalry brigades, that's what I'd be getting anyway, once war breaks out with China. But I'm getting them here now ahead of time. And I'll be using them in such a manner that it's a bit strange. Using them in the same sort of not theater, but same sort of effect, hunting down brigands and whatnot. But it's like I feel kind of weird. It's like getting these units at this point. I don't know. I've always made sure that that Manchuria was kept in the game, and now I'm like, nah. This time we're just going to go ahead and do things a little bit differently. I'm such a dry throat. Now I've got more like this group here, and I think there's another group coming down. I thought I had another group coming down, but anyway, I'll have to double check on this. See if this is the best way to be doing this. I mean, obviously they're going to cover all throughout here. Yeah, all throughout here. This group is. We've got these guys. They're going to be anti-bandit. Same here, anti-bandit. Some more anti-bandit. A couple more. Military police going to get involved too. So I'll have certainly plenty of units that I'll be able to seed into my rear lines throughout China to help hunt down those bandits, so I can then push my headquarter units closer to the front lines. All right. Hour and a half into this already, and haven't gone too much further. Just still in February. Okay, we'll get there. So yeah, let's cancel those out. Build up our money again, and we can buy metals elsewhere. Actually, let's do like this. There we go. And I guess the good thing in seeing so many rebels is that we are going to be having some experience in fighting that way. So here it is, just March. So January we got one already, February, March. So it's every other month I'm getting these? Because if so, then wow. The coup has failed. We're going to drop 2 points off. Yes, indeed. Boom. We can then do that. boost everything up and across the board here. We're good on supplies. Yeah, we're going to go dead even. If I go up to 60,000, I'll drop this down to 19. But yeah, we're going to start seeing stuff get built pretty quickly here. We're back to low popularity at least. So again, drop this to 25. We had a huge, see, we're down to 78% now. It's even lower than it was before. I need to get up into the green. Crude oil, sure. Republic of China, fuel. So they'll give me about 16 bucks. That's nice. Poland wants to sell me fuel. I'm selling fuel to people, and you want me to buy fuel from you? That makes no sense. No sense at all. I mean, I guess it would. Maybe it does if, like, I'm actually making money out of it, but I don't think it's the deal. We're going to take a step back. We're not going to escalate the war. This is the first time here, March of 36, that we can declare war on Russia. And yes, this is what happened in the real world. There was several skirmishes with Russia, and this one actually went all out. But I don't know what will happen if I say yes. If I escalate into war here, I don't know what's going to happen if Russia's going to start pouring, Russian hordes going to start pouring across my borders. So we're going to say no. Take a step back. I see a lot of movement there. They're probably getting ready. Shanxi by metal. Fine, because I don't need a convoy. The Imperial Guard, get some elite troops. Thank you. Here, let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. Money for metal. We could do the same thing for the UK. We need 10 rares. But let's see here. Well, Iran, no. We're not going to sign the treaty. So, I mean, yeah, I could have let my dissent go sky high here, but gaining the 4 unity, though, is certainly well worth it. No. Install new ministers, but we're going to change that up here pretty soon. So we're we're now into the first stage of our natural resources. We're going to do the same thing we did like last campaign. I think March of 37, I'll switch from resources to economy, and I'll stay on economy for a bit until like 1939, maybe into 1940, and then go to Navy. We're gonna go up to making sure that we get again stage 2 for our Navy, stage 1 for our economy. Do the same thing there. In this case, crude oil resources increase at plus 25%. Nice, nice, nice. Cool. Reinforcements are coming down. That'll start dropping here very quickly. We got some builds, some coal fields coming out here this month in 10 days. Oh, we're up to medium popularity. I see efficiency, though, is taking a bit of a ding. Let's, again, oops, too far. 25. Again, just 25 is all I need. I want to get up to green again. We'll keep an eye on this here. So the Netherlands, they want supplies. Poland, Turkey. So what is this? 50, 650, 14, 15 bucks extra. Turkey's already canceled their order. We're not going to recall. This force is needed in Shanghai. So once it's not there now, but once war with China happens, there's going to be a unit there. So we'll need to make sure that our Marines are ready to jump in and help out. Crude oil for money, sure. Garrison deployment, that's a one and done. That's not instantaneous. That we're not going to see our garrisons way less now, but we are going to, over time, we're going to see that. Let's go ahead and load him up, drop him off there. And then this guy, load him up in the other. You see how many ships I need to, I don't need all these ships, obviously. Yeah, I don't need 12 ships to cart them, but about 8, maybe 9 ships to cart them all. Let's see here. Veteran division. We need to move you down to here. Oh, I have a spare garrison. I can't ship him out that way. I have 2 garrisons there. So why do I have all these extra garrisons here? Puzzling. Yeah, these are 2 extra garrisons. I don't know where the heck they're supposed to be. So let's move them there in preparation of moving them elsewhere. We'll figure that out. Real quick here, let's grab some units. We can throw on some more guys. Not the Tobugun. There we go. And all these guys are going to come up here. Pyongyang. We're going to merge all these guys together into one big group. Oh, I have more destroyers. This group and this group here. Boom, boom. Merge them together. And let's do this. There we go. So I got 2 groups of light cruisers just waiting to be used. I could get more guys over there, so let's do just that. 362. Let's get this on board. I think that's it. Yeah, you're a garrison. You're staying here. Oh, you. There we go. Well, you guys are going to come out here too. All right. So that's all set up perfectly as I desire. There was a midget sub, wasn't there? Was it in here? Yes, there is. This campaign, I'm not going to take midget subs either because they're just butt useless. Just no reason for them whatsoever. I don't know why the ROC is sailing their ships around all the place. They're just trying to show they got a navy or something, trying to intimidate me. What they're doing. I have this saved. I have the game saving weekly. We need to do monthly. And I'll go ahead and do a manual save myself. But yeah, we just need to do monthly. I don't need to do weekly. Not until war happens. Monthly until war happens, and then I switch to weekly after that for auto saving. Germany. I wish you guys would stop trying to sell me fuel. I'd like to buy other stuff. We're up to 190 right now. That's really, really nice. Yeah, we're doing really, really well. Having a lot of IC to begin with certainly helps out, especially at the start of the game. We got a lot of coal, a lot of energy rolling in. And see, we got a bunch more to be working on. Yeah, before I forget, oh, where's my guy? Here. I need to bring him over to here. We got anti-air and myself. So when I go to produce an SLF, no on the division, and anti-air we don't need either. This is all I need here. So the cost of 15 IC, we're going to get a hero marine unit there. Not this. 3 motorized. Not regiments, think just brigades or attachments, whatever it might be. Say battalions, yeah. So we need 3 motorized battalions. 20 IC total for them. That's not bad, really. 7 manpower. Throw those into the queue as well. Okay. That's for our 3 armored units that we've got. That helps beef them up. I'm not beefing up the cavalry this time around because, quite honestly, I'm just going to use them in a different role at this point here. All these guys are just going to be used in a I mean, I'll use them in the initial attacks here for sure, but they're just going to mostly be used in the partisan, the rebel hunt down. Let's see. Let's make sure we got our troops. Okay, you don't need to be there like so. Okay. So we got good coverage. And from what I'm seeing, we can go out a little bit further like so. Oh, you can certainly put out to here like so. Let's do that. And move him actually there. Okay. This militia I'll put there. This guy I have moved down there. You I'll have come down to there like so. Oh, you know what? I need truck transports too. Thinking on it. Well, we'll wait on that. I'll further. I know I need the motorized battalions, infantry battalions. I'll further kit out my light armor once we're kind of in a better situation where I know where everybody's at, and what's going on. So these guys can come down to here now. Actually, you know what? I got both these garrisons coming over. Oh, 3015. Yeah, you need to stop here. You come over here. You're 1015. That's good. We're going to come up here into Nagoya. And I'll take these 2 garrisons and I'll move them elsewhere. So here, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 8, and this. I'll merge them together, or actually do this. Group of 5, you're coming back over to here because this is where our main headquarters is. Again, anybody that gets crushed and totally destroyed will reconstitute here in Delhi. even though it says it's Tokyo. This will come down here. Let's get those ships out. All right. So now you, yep, more. So every 2 months then, yeah, every 2 months this is happening. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I just saw anti-aircraft, engineer, engineer, engineer. Yeah, need to take a little bit closer look at that. Well, let's ship you down there. You are going to board, and I'm going to send out to here, to that guy. We're down to negative 4% IC efficiency now. That's not good, but it is what it is. I'm going to punish them. Yes, send them to Manchuko. Armored engineers, cool. Second, okay, I'll send him down there, and the Jade. So I got a couple more units popping up in here. Son of Brigade, yeah. So I got there's a oh goodness. So the May June. Again, I'm gonna declare on July 4th, which again is historic. The Marco Polo incident, Marco Polo bridge incident. I'm gonna wait till July 4th of 37 to declare on China. But beforehand, I need to, of course, rearrange my military. I need to set up their organization a little bit better, assign troops to leaders, and then also take to headquarter units. I mean, and then take leaders out and assign better leaders all throughout. Taking Manchuko on now, I have a whole bunch more units, which means that's something that's going to take even more time for me to set up. So I'm not really looking forward to that, but it is what it is. Yeah, all these guys I need to assign leaders to, so that's coming down the road, though. Okay, let's get all that stuff rolling. Supplies for money, money for fuel, fuel. All those. Just right-clicking on those that say fuel because I don't want to buy fuel. I don't need to buy fuel. So this is what we got left here. I need to move you over there, like so. So one of these garrisons will take this larger garrison, load them up, and bring them out to here. There's fine. There we go. Strengthen up this garrison a bit more. Max is 6,200. And again, I want to throw on the Tropical Island garrison, which, if I recall correctly, it's 3,000 men. So that'll help increase their numbers by 30% there. A little bit beefier. Yeah. Okay, so moving them over. Trying to spread these guys out a little bit more so I'm not like running all over myself here in Tokyo. When I look at Tokyo right now, it's like, oh, there's a bunch of stuff sitting here waiting to be picked up and used. But that's not the case. Like this Tobu Gun, for example. Yeah. Let's move him there. And I'm going to also pick him up. So we're dropping off there. Let's drop him off here. Oh. transport them there. And it's just a garrison attachment anti-aircraft. Yeah, they need help. At least the Tokyo garrison, Dalhousie, and Tokyo, and that's fine. I'm used to seeing that. Ah, cool. Some tech, military rations production. We can cancel that. Ammunition production, cancel that. Additional supplies, we can cancel that. Radio detection equipment also got learned. So cool. Not in the green yet. I don't think I have any more 36 tech around here. Would love, yeah, I need this learned just so I can get into that. Drop that garrison off. Everybody here can load up now. Good. It'll also drop off to there. So here so far, minus the militia unit, I've got 15 units here. And how many am I bringing? I should have looked beforehand. So basically, remember my last campaign, I had split my units. So I had so many units up here, and then I attacked this peninsula, moved all my units into here. Gonna follow that again, but a little bit differently this time. I have all these units up here now, so supplies are kind of tight up and throughout here. Which reminds me, how is my supply? We're good. Yeah, I don't need any supply up here or anything like that. We're fine. So with all these extra units up here, when I come into this peninsula with with my Marines and take it over, I'm not going to move everybody that's here into here. I'm probably just going to move at least one corps, maybe two. So I'll have anywhere from 5 to 10 divisions plus their headquarters in here. Probably 5 divisions are all I need. Just enough to take the peninsula and hold it while I'm making moves up here. The basic idea is that coming in here making some noise, I'll pull units from the front lines, Chinese front lines, over this way, but I don't need to push out drastically and make all kinds of maneuvers. Then my Marines are going to restage. We're going to deal with Shanghai when that time comes up, and I'm going to bring another corps worth of units, at least 5 divisions, into the Shanghai area and hold this area. Marines are going to immediately jump again, take the ports here. I'm going to bring another probably 10 divisions here and hold a little cauldron, little bubble here. It'll be thinning out my units quite a bit, yes, but it's also going to be forcing the AI to react to all my maneuvers in such a way that they'll start spreading their forces thinner. And as I get more and more units, keep jumping and taking ports all along the way here, to the point where I think with my units spread out enough, I shouldn't have quite as bad of a supply issue as I did last campaign, as you saw up here in the north, where I had so many units out of supply. And we'll be able to start making quicker moves all throughout into the southern portions of China. The sooner I can take all the ports, the quicker I can pull my fleets out of the oceans here, the seas, and send them back home, and that's less fuel that I'm using. So 29. So I need to drop this down to 24. Good enough. That's a little bit more icy spread around, well spread around here. That steel refiner will be finishing up very soon. That's good to see. Something I want to double check real quick here. This got to be ready in May of 37. I think I need to begin pushing him towards the front because I want to get him ready. But actually, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm okay. We'll export the tungsten. I need money at this point. No, we don't need fuel. Don't need fuel. Postpone mine expansion plans for 6 months. And we do want the railroad tycoon. It's going to cost $2,000. That'll knock us down to 1729. How much are we gaining here? 20 per. Let's wait till we get to 4,000. Yay, $3. That's nice. Medicine advance, we'll let that keep going. Medium fuel tank, that's 36, and twin engine airframe is also 36. We'll let those ride. Again, I'm not worrying about any of that stuff there. Strategic resources postponed also for 6 months. We don't have the fundage to deal with that right now. You're back, and I don't have anybody else. Okay, cool. So was I going to still take? Oh, let's merge them all together. Was I going to take this garrison unit as well? Because I mean, honestly, I'm not too worried about getting attacked on the mainland here, but this guy should be able to handle defending Nagoya. Well, I don't have the transports back yet anyway, so that's a moot point. This guy, we can wait. Or no, yeah. I can go ahead and pick up this guy real quick. So I see we got 24 minus the militia. It's 23 divisions here. Like I said, I could see at least 5, maybe no more than 10 coming here. 10 divisions plus 2. So that's half of what I've got here almost. And the other half used for the Shanghai will be getting new units throughout the course of the war. At least, well, I don't know how much, but I know we got 5 like right away. So I'll be able to utilize that for there. Yeah. I like this plan. It's coming together very well. We'll see how it works in action. Mass assaults. This is 36 tech. We'll keep that as well. Mass events. This is 38. We need to cancel that. Okay, so there's nothing here that's 36. Industry. Yeah, I thought the basic would be done by now. June 11th. Okay, a week more. Construction. No, nothing in industry. Actually, there is heavy armor and steel armor casting. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. Hedgehog defense. So, yay, that's this here. That's our grand battle plans. 36 tech. Assault concentration, 33. We'll keep that as well. Machine gun and mortar, that's 37. We'll go and cancel that out. So I'm down to 25. That works just perfectly. We gotta get our consumer goods up a little bit. We lost a point in IC, which is odd, but okay. Central planning advance, that's 36 tech. That now opens up all this stuff here, which we're going to take. Yeah, all this stuff. Delays between attacks are getting reduced, so yeah, we need all that stuff. Coal fuel will be finished here tomorrow, and that'll be the rares we're going to start working on a little bit. Good. Reinforcements getting under control. Where are we at here with you? I can do the party rally here because we kind of do need that. That helps with the descent here, lowers our consumer good requirement. Yeah, let's bump that up to 25. Again, keeping in the law, as it were. I'm 10,000 above what I need to be, so I need to drop my supplies by 5. My need for supplies by 5. Gaining 80 officers. Okay. We're at 4,000. Okay, basic education, that's 39 tech. We'll put in advanced education there. We'll drop this down to 25. And we're going to push advanced education to the top because that's additional leadership for us. 6% of leadership is 1.98, so it's almost 2 points. Yeah, well worth pushing that to the forefront to get it done quicker. We're now going to get railroad taken care of, as we'll see momentarily here. We're losing a bunch of stuff, but we're going to gain a bunch of stuff too. Now our supplies have dropped down. We should be at 50. We can get our reinforcements down a little bit here. I'll drop it down by 2 points, roughly there, yeah. Get our consumer goods, good. All right. I see efficiency, but the all more important supply throughput of plus 10%. That's why I did the Railroad Tycoon. That's the only thing we're going to get because next year we're going to switch over to from long term to short term instead to get IC bonus. Though I could be persuaded by people in the comments to just stick with long term in 37 and pick up the roads, the highways, because that adds, I think, 5% supply throughput. IC efficiency is now -2 instead of -4, so huge improvement there. We'll let our IC industry roll on. So we're up 199 to 192. That's good to see. So working on 4 industry. It's like November. 2 of them will be finished. We've got some rares finishing up in July, so that'll be nice. August, another set of rares. Okay, cool. This will be finished in June. Again, I don't need this. I don't need my Marine Hero unit right away when war starts. Probably don't need it until fall of 1937. These guys, though, I need in spring of 37 latest, so I can get it pushed out. And that does remind me, let's take a quick look, quick spin around. Let's make sure everything's where it should be, and looks like that is the case. Our garrisons are still rocking heavy, 1,031. So am I going to go ahead and pick him up? Because I already have this guy here defending too. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick him up. And drop him off on this open spot there. So this then I can split down in half like so and send him rebase there. Do I have? I don't. We'll go ahead and send this guy. I thought that's right. No, I didn't. Okay. So I'm sending this down here to pick up the 2 units that are here, the Taiwan Gun and the guard unit that's here. Pull them off of Taiwan and drop them off here. So here we don't really have 25 land units. because of this. Heavy artillery, 2 heavy artillery. I don't want to attach heavy artillery to anything other than to, these guys, because that would slow them way down. Maybe you. Oh, you know what? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Heavy artillery, give me your truck transport. Give you the truck transport instead. And you and you. Well, you already have that, so yes, that's maybe the militia here. Yeah, just do it like that. All right, boom, that takes care of that. So this guy and this, artillery engineer, this guy and this. Car truck transport, let's give him the engineer. Okay, so I think we're good to go there. I think you already have an armored car, yeah. So give him the truck transport because the armored car needs it more than not. And honestly, let's kind of undo that, if you will. Let's take the truck transport and send it back over there. These two guys need to pull off, but not right now. We don't need them. We don't need them pulled off right now. Armored car, truck transport. Okay, we're fine there. Engineer and truck transport. Let's go and pull the engineer off and send it into here because that's where our tank is, and give the engineer to my tank. There's nothing. That guy doesn't have anything. So really, there's nothing else that I need to do. Yeah, okay. So with that done then, what do our tanks look like at this point? So I'll put on the infantry, the motorized infantry. That's sufficient, I feel. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything further with them. What's the difference here? Oh, engineer. That's what the difference is. So I'm missing an engineer here. Don't think I have a spare engineer just laying around, unfortunately. Oh, let's get our, you know what? Yeah. I'm looking, it's going, oh yeah, I've got so many units here, but no, I really don't. I got 4 Marines in there, so I only have 20 units, and one's a militia, so I got 19 units here right now. What do we got here? Ah, there's engineer. Okay. Okay. So one of these engineers needs to go to the over here to the armored unit, and I'll still have an anti-aircraft and 2 more engineers. I could throw anti-aircraft engineer onto this cavalry unit and beef them up, and then I'll still have 1 more engineer that I could throw on one of these, one of those units, or conceivably right into the specialized light infantry. Yeah. Okay. So I'm done with my builds. Then is what I'm getting to. Is I've got shifting my little regiments, brigades around enough. This is all I need to add into um, my 3 armored units, light armored units that I've got. My Marines are set otherwise. Nothing further we need to do with them. All right. Italy in June took Abyssinia, which I mean that's typical. Okay, what does the United States want? I don't want to buy fuel. I really don't. I really, 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 really don't. Monumental architecture, broadcasting. Those I need lots of money for, which I don't have, so it's kind of be a moot point there. Okay, cool. Knock this down to 18. There we go. Supplies, I can knock this down now to 40. I'm 10,000 below. I need to spend 10 more in supplies. Hopefully you guys are seeing my math, my crazy math, and are understanding it. Again, that's just for me. You guys do what you feel does best for you, but I like that 50,000 supply mark. It makes sure that if there's fluctuations or expenditures that I can recover from that quickly enough. Civil defense, that's 39 tech. Oh, we're spending a bit too much. Getting close to the green. Really would like to see that. Let's get this up to 175. There we go. Attritional warfare, it's 36 tech. We'll keep going with that. We got conflict going on here. So PRC is at war with ROC and Zibi Sanma. Interesting. Shaanxi is not at war. Zibi Sanma is at war with PROC and allied with ROC. ROC at war with PRC and allied with Zibi Sanma. So this could be interesting. So yeah, PRC, I think they take this as well. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Plenty of time for shenanigans to appear and occur here. Fuel, no. British blueprint stolen. Nice. Small arms level 3 now. Well, that's intriguing. That actually helps out quite a bit, in all honesty. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I could really be researching a lot of stuff right now. That's 10. I could probably drop that down by 10. Let's do that. Let's drop it down to 5, or say 60 spies, 0.6 spies a day. And while I've got the spies, let's go into intelligence here. Take a look at our priority here. Germany. So they're building one interceptor. 187 IC they have. Okay. Gungsi click. They're working on a garrison and a militia and convoys. Oh, interesting. They have got 34. 34 IC. PRC's got 25. They're not producing anything that we can tell. ROC's got 98 IC. Holy cow. Building 2 infantry divisions and 1 lower strength infantry division, cavalry division, garrison, convoys. Because they know what is coming. Shanxi, they're at 17 IC. Don't know what they're producing. Probably nothing. United States up to 318 already. Holy cow. Yeah. Yorktown's coming out. Enterprise should be as well too, right? Or did that already come out? I missed it. Bunch of light cruisers and destroyers. Petroleum industry. Some oil rigs. Okay. United Kingdom, they're up to 223 IC. Holy cow. Germany, you got to catch up. Ark Royals being, which yeah, that's been under production. Bunch of light cruisers, destroyers, couple of subs and convoys, and Zibi Sanma 20 with nothing. Yunnan 17 with nothing. We don't want to buy fuel, people. All right, I'm gonna drop this down to 15. There we go. Get our consumer goods back under control there. I got a rare extraction coming up here soon. Specialist trainings, that's an improvement. We start with more experience. Our guys move faster. We have better organization all throughout, so yay on that. Drop this now down to 12, 11. Yeah, 11 sounds good. Where are we standing here now? This is October, so yeah, pretty soon I'm going to push these to the forefront, but not yet. There we go. New monumental buildings, but I don't have enough money for that. Yay, we'll keep that guy going for a while here, because I don't think... Yeah, I mean, obviously we're exceeding some areas. We're far exceeding where we need to be. I just keep that guy going. I certainly do like it. Like I said, keep that going at least for the first year. Maybe switch over to light aircraft, but I really don't. I didn't like the guy, the light aircraft guy. Aircraft carrier for sure. Yeah, this was a waste if I remember correctly. So keep this guy going for a bit. Switch over to him. Actually, 36 and 37, I could see staying. I could see staying with him for the first 2 years. Switch to him in 38. So a 38, 39, 40, and 41. Sticking with aircraft carrier guy. 38, 39, 40, actually for 3 years. 41, switch back to him. 42, and then go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So first 2 years, next 3 years, and then back and forth. Just bouncing back and forth. Yeah. Oh, here, I need to make some changes. There's nobody better than him at this point. Consumer goods during peacetime. There's nobody better than him at this point. Great compromiser. Once I get to war, this guy is pretty good because of the organization regain, land organization improvements. The leadership modifier kind of hurts there. Yeah, I'll leave that the way that is. National defense. So we're doing the air focus right now. Army focus might be the better way to go, though, because I'm kind of maintain the air build time. It's not quite as good. Lose the air organization, but no, we'll leave them. Crime fighter. Political specialist. Yeah, we need to switch back to this guy because there's no need for the others. Attack and defend, reinforce chance, terror pride, land organization, force strike. Cool. Casting, but I don't have the money. I don't have the money at all. All right, drop this down to about 7. There we go. Doing good. Churning through all these builds. It's nice to see. Let's get this air base pushed up, and let's get this naval base pushed up, and these infrastructures pushed up too. Let's see what this looks like then. Okay, much better. Let's swap places. Rares, yeah, rares instead of industry. Okay. Because I want to get that infrastructure completed, at least the first round completed soon enough. Actually, I'll have the infrastructure completed before war breaks out. The naval base will get round 1 done. We'll have round one done for the naval base before war breaks out, and then round 2. If it's taking, looks like it's taking 9 months at least. April, May, June, 8 months. So in March, that's 3. So November, towards the end of the year, and end of 1937, then the other naval base will be finished, and that's fine. Okay, we are going to order the fleet carrier HOI3. Yes, yes. And if you check in here now, way down on the bottom, indeedy do. Once I get the steel refineries done, that's 14 IC. We'll probably push these towards the forefront because I want them done quick. It's springtime, like I said. Don't have money for the other stuff right now. Can I cancel anything? Really, for whatever reason, we're not growing in our metal. Let's drop that. Okay, that saves us some money. Get our reinforcements down again to about 4. Yeah, I would love to do those things, but I can't just yet. I gotta wait. Fuel. Who is suffering? Doesn't have enough energy. Mongolia. Producing surplus. Okay, so how about Republic of China? Will you buy some of my supplies? Nope. Oh, they can't actually, because yeah, it's too much. How about Iraq? Like at least $2. That's it. Spanish Civil War. So now we'll go into here. Spanish Civil War extra modifiers and send help. Let's start off with the small entertainment show. We will send troops for the Spanish nationalists, and we're going to do a nationalist boost big. We definitely want the nationalists to win, just like we did last time. Nothing changed there, really. Cool, drop this down to just about 2. Supplies, we can now drop that down. Cool. Anything for fuel, crude oil. We don't need to buy any of that stuff. Airport capabilities. Drop that off, and we will get our level 1 airport going. I'll wait till August 1st here and then reassess. I think that's about the point I'll need to move up those units I'm building. Joint Infrastructure, Secretary of Public Affairs, Education, whatever, blah. Infantry now. So these two we need to go for. Get defense up, camouflage up, improve security units, get a police center in. Artillery. Let's start with the artillery brigade and get these all done too. Heavy A guns. So that'll be for headquarters, Marine headquarters. And AA efficiency in the province. Okay. Let's click on new projects, and we're wasting. Oh wow, dropping a lot there in reinforcements. Okay. Let's double check on our. Okay, you need to board passenger ship here, come over here, get transported. I think we have everything, yeah, all set there. And not the garrison, pick all you guys up. Let's just rebase, and then I can move my fleets appropriately after that. Engineer, and this guy, boom. Military police, move you over there. Actually, you can go there. Well, actually, no. How do I want to do this? There we go. August 1st, what are we talking about? Oh, moving way down there. Let's get this, drop down a little bit further. We are talking November. So, okay, 3 months from now, we can push those up. Small entertainment show, we lost $1,000. That's okay. We're down to 2. I'd kind of guessed how long it was going to take for the small entertainment show to pop up. I figured I'd have enough time to be above 2,000 before that happened. I don't want to drop down into the alert that we're losing money. Money for fuel, okay, and I really would like the Imperial University, but I need more money. So we'll nationalize again. Do we get the good nationalize or the bad? Oh, we got or the bad nationalization or good compensation. We got the good compensation. So we're up a percentage point. Now our consumer good requirements are down even further, which that's this here. That's good to see. Which will now drop us a little bit further here. Yeah. Survivors have returned. Indeed, that's a surviving militia. Those rares will finish up later this month. That's good to know, because we'll be getting some free BICE there. Spread the love around. Surviving militia. Really wish I could like Popla on an island, but I know can't do it. All right, pick these guys up. Let's drop you off there, transport you there, because that's all yours. Militia and the recon cav. We'll just beef up that guy. Okay. Bring our consumer goods up a bit more. American blueprint stolen. Gun ability. Twin engine planes. Level 1. Yes, right here. Well, that's nice. Good. So I don't have to actually dive into that. All right. I'll move him back to there. feel I've got passenger liners. Yes, here we go. Oh, because I think I was going to be looking at maybe taking another garrison out of somewheres, but I'm not going to at this point. All right. Move both these guys back to there. Cool. Fuel for money. We will take that because I need that 41 bucks a day. So I really want to get enough money to be able to get the university built. Core headquarter level 2. That should be here, right? Yeah, core headquarter level 2. That's good to see. I was also checking just to make sure I wasn't researching it, which I was not. We're in the green finally. Let's get this up to 32. And speaking of being in here now at this point, let us work on some of these things here. Get up to 35. Let's get that Type 93, 95 torpedo. Special forces, nothing here we need to get. Prototypes, nothing here we can get. Armament, machine gun focus, yes, yes, yes. Bomb loads, let's get that bomb. Twin engine bomb bay. Air systems, lightweight aircraft construction, controllable propeller pitch, and so I already went through all this stuff here. Operating. That's for armored car and mobile recon. And recon cavalry. Okay. So yes, we want to do that. Direct fire, it's for AA guns. We do need this for artillery. Military police, we could certainly use that. Okay. Oh, yes, we were going to pump this up even more. That's right. Nothing further here. How about here? Yes, fighter and CAS. Fighter and CAS. Get that to 50. Forward air control for the front line. Ground attack. Bomber and fighter targeting. Battlefield and interdiction and regular interdiction. Fighter. No, because we don't have fighter bombers. So yeah. Ground attack tactics. Okay. Well, there goes all our money. Oh well. It was nice while it lasted. Again, I want to get up to 4,000 before I dive into the university. So I think it's going to cost 2,000 bucks alone just to get the university. Yep. So I want to get up to the 4,000 mark. So we're up to down to 0% now. So for the next 2 months, or month and a half actually, increase revolt risk and daily descent. I'd say it's hardly anything to worry about and take that 50% chance. And it doesn't seem like it actually hurt us, so that's good. They got fleet subs. Cool. Good for you. Good for you. We're getting close. December. I definitely want to pull the trigger on that. Let's in fact do just that. Push those to the forefront. And also let's get these done too. Okay. That looks good. Lost our medium popularity. That's a bummer. Let's push us back up to 50 though. We'll take the hit on our officer recruitment. More of their designs. I love that guy. So yeah, every 2 months that's popping up here. So 6 times a year, you get some boogie bonus points. You know, I just realized how long this was going. I know this is my first foray into this campaign here, but goodness gracious, I have definitely taken some time here. Let's go a little bit further, and then I shall have to call it. I don't want this to run too far because then it takes forever to load up onto YouTube as well because it's a huge video. Crude oil, sure, crude oil. Make an extra $2 is nice. Special operations and training advance. Cool, we can drop that off. Yeah, I want to get to October here. Great War Analysis, I think this still goes on, yeah. Does this get us anything? Not really. These are kind of separate. Artillery flexibility, I guess I need... The artillery unit command and control operation. So yeah, I need that. That's what I'm missing on. Time on target, that's, yeah, okay. All right, cool. I want to be able to focus more on that doctrine as well. I really want to get Grand Battle Doctrine built up more than it was last time around, and I think that'll certainly help my attacks, my overall military. Expand our radar station, sure. I don't want to be buying anything just yet. Okay, I'm at 4,000 right now. Let's get that Imperial University. Boom. And we should see, well, once it's built, boom, yeah. Up just 3 points, though? Well, better than nothing. Medium fuel tank. Okay, twin engine. So that was here. So both of those got brought into the fold. We're doing good all throughout this. Medicine, I think we pushed forward on that. Yep. How are we doing here production-wise? Are we actually? We're not really lowering. Let's increase this by a bit, lower that by 0.01 a day. So 200, 300 days by this time. Well, I think by July, by the time we go to war, we'll be at 0 descent. I know I said October, but I'm going a little bit further. I almost want to go to the end of the year at the very least, get 36 all done. Because I'm liking how this is going so far. This is looking good. It's looking like how I had it in a couple of playthroughs. Haven't made any major changes or anything like that. Oh, which reminds me, whoops. This and this. So we need to give you an engineer and an anti-aircraft. You already have the engineer, okay. And we can give you the engineer. So at this point now, do we need the engineer over here? No, we don't. You could use the engineer though. Okay, so that takes care of all of our builds at this point. Once that engineer makes his way over, we'll throw him onto this guy, and he'll be good to go. So yeah, I got plenty. These are not combat forces, though I will use them in combat initially. But they're as we push deeper into China, they're gonna be left behind. Like these militias, for example, they're just gonna be left behind to hold down the fort. They're gonna be my anti-partisan, anti-rebel groups. That I think works out a little bit better rather than getting stuck in a position where I have frontline troops running that duty. And honestly, I could go ahead and kind of tighten up my forces a little bit. I don't, I could probably arrange it so that way I have just regular infantry and militia all throughout here, and then grab all these cav units and push them into China, and use them further. Which actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do just that. That thought just came to me, and I was like, you know what? That sounds really good. It's not that I have a lot of cavalry units or anything like that, but I do have sufficient amount here that I can bring them all in. Let's see. How many is that? $14. Oh, 15. 15 cav units that I could be bringing. That again, they'll be used initially in the attacks and everything, but as I get deeper into China, they're just going to be left behind to act as anti-partisan forces. So with them being pulled off, I can kind of stretch out my rest of my troops a little bit further here. These militia and these mixed brigade, divisions that I've got all over. Even these guys too. Um, but these are kind of like frontline troops almost in a way. I kind of feel bad leaving all these guys behind because it's like I could use them on the attack as well. Ooh, it's getting kind of dangerous there. That being the case, let's pull those guys back like so. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. These guys certainly can get involved, but like those guys, these light, low strength infantry units, they can be the ones that I can leave here in Manchuria to run around and knock out enemy forces that pop up out of nowhere. Core, okay, yeah, nothing else popped up for that. Good, good, good. Rolling artillery barrage. So that is a 36. We'll keep that. Logistic organization, we can cancel that. Hedgehog defense, 37, we can cancel that as well. Bring it up, so we're about a full 50. So we pretty much have done all the nation stuff that we can. Let me just double check to make sure. Again, this is my top priority. This is stuff like, that our nation truly does need. Okay, let's check our land forces. Infantry support weapons, that needs to be, push that to the forefront. I didn't realize I turned that off at some point. I don't think I did, though, in all honesty. We're not going to do the truck. This is for, yeah, we're not going to do that. Artillery, we're not going to do armor. Really hate. No, let's do armor. Let's get our light armor up. Because when I did that last campaign, I felt actually that did what it needed. Yes, in order to make those light armor units that much more powerful. Special Forces branch. Okay. Air power. I don't think there's anything here we can do. I think I've already gone through all this stuff. Yeah. All right. Grand battle. I don't think there's anything here. Political indoctrination. I only have 5 fascists. I'm not gonna spend time. Cavalry exploitation, though, I do have cav, so we definitely need to work on that. I'm not gonna work on superior strength. Operating. Not gonna touch this. Oh, this is for cav. Army unit training, sure. We'll go into that as well. Direct fire, no. I'm gonna put my foot down here because there's something I'm gonna have to, be like, no, I can't put anything into this, type of thing, because I'm just spending too much time otherwise. Naval stuff we'll hold off on for right now, and we're good to go otherwise. So concentration advance. 35 tech, so we'll let that ride. Central planning, that's 38 tech. Again, every 2 months. I am loving this. Loving this. Infrastructure and transport development. Sure, we'll buy from Siam. I'll get me a little bit closer where I need to be. PROC, they want me to... I'm not going to get money. Good idea. Anti-Comintern. So, yep, that's still going on. Is Shanxi involved in this now? No, they're not. Advanced education, that's 36 tech. We'll keep that going, and I'm going to push this forefront because that's it'll be another 6%. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and save at this point in time. It's almost 3 hours. I'm going to go ahead and say thank you very much for watching my very first episode of my Japanese campaign restart. Things are a little bit different. I think things are a lot better than they were last time. The fact that we're at over 200 IC in 1936 right now means we're far better off than where we were last campaign. Having more IC early on helps because it's a snowball effect. So in fact, if you look at our production right now, uh, this I would consider like luxury, converting uh, 6 planes into 6 other things. This is all IC that I could have spent on something else, obviously. What is that? 6, 7, 16 IC that I could have spent. That would trickle down to like here, getting these 3 things built. But this, I think, will work out better for us, having more interceptors flying around, having more ground assault planes around. Oh, I need to. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that next. Yeah, I need to get my supplies up. These will be ready at the end of the year. That's good to see. So our light armor will be built up to where I need them to be. This infrastructure, yeah, cool. So our supplies will be moving in the front lines that much easier. Naval base, all this stuff getting built here before we go to war is great. All this stuff getting done this year. I mean, this is, I said that was a 9 plus 6 is 15, 16 IC plus another 18, 19. That's 35 IC. That'll trickle way down to here, and we'll start working even on the Zuio. 10, 16 plus 12, 28, 33. Yeah, we'll get close to working on the Zuiho there with all these getting completed by the end of the year. This gets completed, but goes another round. These all get completed this year, though, so that's another 15. So yeah, the Zuiho will get worked on. We'll actually start working on our naval forces this year in 1936. Which, if you remember, last time that was not the way it went. So I gotta remember, I gotta get that worked on pretty soon too. But it can wait. It can wait. These are more important projects at this point in time. I've got 5 Marines right now, so we're fine in that regards. I would love to have a 6th Marine, obviously, but that can wait till later on in 1937. Plans are coming together. I think this will be a good campaign. I hope so, and hope you guys are enjoying it. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.